I've been talking about this for years now, and finally, it's all being admitted. The Matrix knows it's losing its influence. People are innately more skeptical of TV news, politicians, and institutions in general. So where to put all that social engineering? In the soaps, in the dramas, in the television entertainment. But as far as the BBC is concerned, they made it so entrenched, it's become too obvious. A major new report by the Campaign for Common Sense was based on an analysis of over a year's worth of BBC content. The report concluded that the BBC is using fictional TV shows as vehicles for propaganda. The purpose is to warp Britain and brainwash the public into accepting a version of reality that simply doesn't exist in the real world. They're literally weaponizing TV programs to program the public into believing the Matrix is real when it's all a projection. As well as lecturing viewers on topics including climate change, the BBC indulges in its own form of social engineering by overrepresenting minorities, the report suggested. EastEnders, a soap opera watched by millions in the UK every single day, is deliberately inserting political messages into scripts to influence the viewer. In one case, overtly implying that Brexit was a disaster by having one of their main characters compare it to COVID. They cite more examples. Conspiracy thriller The Trick pits heroic climate change scientists against climate skeptics, oil producers, and the centre-right. It features a monologue warning that humanity has around 10 years to prevent climate collapse and endorsing the efforts of climate scientists who understand what needs to be done. Liverpool-based police drama The Responder features a cast in which almost half of the police characters are black or Asian, despite the fact that Merseyside Police has just 0.5% black officers and 0.4% Asian officers. The report documented numerous examples of BBC programming denouncing British traditions, while shoehorning laborious woke messaging into dialogue and storylines. Remember, when you watch fictional TV shows, your brain retreats into a lower, more passive state of suggestible consciousness. You enter into a state of suspended disbelief, where preconceptions wash over you unchallenged. It's very subversive, it's very manipulative, but it's now becoming so commonplace that more and more people just can't help noticing. Day after day, it's a drip drip, said John Whittingdale, the former culture secretary, and in some ways it's more insidious than the effect that biased news coverage would have, because it's never questioned, people just accept it. And that is precisely the goal. But there's a big white pill here, and that's that this all shows how increasingly desperate they've become. Get early access to videos, exclusive live streams, and personally DM me. You've seen how much I get demonetized all the time. Well, this is how you support me. By subscribing at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Please click the link in the description.